What fictional character do you hate with every fiber of your being? Gary Blarman. You take a man's wife before you take his accidental curly. Negan. Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab. The pure, unbridled willful ignorance and lack of empathy from that hollow bitch drew out emotions of extreme rage in 7-year-old me that I didn't even know I was capable of. I can't stand Mikasa from Attack on Titan. Michael Scott. Cersei Lannister. Atreus. That whiny sob. Caillou. Demon Child. I've hated him since preschool. Mr. Fantastic from LEGO Marvel Superheroes because he is just fucking annoying to play and his AI is dog doo-doo. Zoe from Blackish and Grownish. She's so insufferable in Blackish I couldn't get through 3 episodes. Umbridge. Pretty much any anime character in existence. Gabby from Attack on Titan, I fucking hate that bitch. Sorlevet from the Underland Chronicles. Never imagined a character could be so cold, calculating, and ruthless. Phil Stacy Miller played by Boris Koju on The Last Man on Earth. Such an asshole and forced the true Phil to go bite Andy when it should have been him being called Stacy. Total dick to everyone, and even though I didn't care much for Carol, I hated him trying to get her to be with him. Was glad when his story ended and only wished it ended sooner. Would have enjoyed the show more if he was never on it. I rewatched the show last year and hated him even more. Carmelita Spatz from A Series of Unfortunate Events. Fucking stupid motherfucking cake sniffer brat annoyed the hell out of me when I watched the series. Dolores Umbridge. First time I saw Maleficent, I turned it off because one of the fairies was played by the lady who played Umbridge. Hi Ayako from SDR2. Fucking bitch. Stan Smith from American Dad. Selfish, stubborn yet hypocritical, bigoted, abuses his power all the time. Skylar and Marie from Breaking Bad, they are the worst. Katara from Avatar, The Last Airbender. I get that she lost her mom, but her consistent whining and bossing everyone around drove me nuts. Shirley Bennett from Community. Her character makes me want to scratch my skin off. Kent from Real Genius. The Governor from The Walking Dead. Just watched a bunch of Harry Potter. Answer includes Bellatrix, for Sirius and Tonks, Dolohov, for Lupin, and Rookwood, for Fred. Bunch of bastards. Maple Shade from Warrior Cats. If she was a human, 2-leg, her name would be Karen. Ponkrell, fuck him. Dolores Umbridge, from Harry Potter. I hate her so much I don't even fully understand why. Carlos Castaneda's Don Juan. So here's how we're going to do this. Fuck Bakugo, fuck Sasuke. Fuck Carrie Bradshaw, fuck Muash, fuck Minato, fuck Orochimaru, fuck Miranda Priestley, and her company Runway along with her staff and magazine. Fuck Negan for killing Glenn and fuck off Omni-Man. Rachel from Tower of God. This bitch betrayed the only one that loved her just to see the fucking stars. F you Rachel. Richie April. I wanted to like him. I gave him a chance. And douchebag for ruining Game of Thrones only to get their Star Wars series cancelled fuckers. Gabby from Attack on Titan. She was justified to do what she did, but everyone in the fandom still hates her. Michael Scott from The Office. My partner watches the show regularly, over and over, and I usually have to leave the room due to the absolutely shitty nonsense that dude does. He is a terrible human being that I hate far too much given that he does not exist. Deb from Dexter. No one is going to get this but Kendra from Degrassi, The Next Generation. In S1, there's a nerdy boy character, Toby. He likes Emma in S1, but she's not interested. Toby's best friend is JT. JT is considered a little bit cooler than Toby. When a nerdy girl, Liberty, likes JT in S1, JT pretends to be gay to ward her off. For S2, the producers introduce a new character, Kendra, a nerdy girl whose sole purpose is to be Toby's nerdy GF, because God forbid Toby dates someone else at the school. No, he's a nerd so he needs to date a nerd. But that nerdy girl Liberty I mentioned, Well, eventually JT comes around on her, they get together, and have a freaking kid. Meanwhile Toby and Kendra are an item until she disappears after reportedly the actress' parents pulled her because they wanted to do a storyline with her involving sex. I just hate they shunned Toby from dating anyone in main cast, and literally invented a nerdy counterpart to be his GF. But for Liberty, the nerdy girl, they actually had her crush come around on her. It just felt like a total double standard. Toby totally got the shaft in that show and Kendra represents how he got shafted, so I hate Kendra with a passion. Lol. Faustus Blackwood from Sabrina. Leela from Miraculous Ladybug, like how do I like you less than the villain of the show? Stop lying, and how do people keep falling for those lies? She lies with every breath she takes. Her last lie was that she has a disease where she lies all the time and says crazy things, and you know what, people still somehow take her for her word. Ryan and his whole family, but mostly his mom. The Lotus from Warframe. Always leaves you to die. Caillou. Mr. Waterford from The Handmaid's Tale. If my husband ordered my finger to be chopped off, he would be dead to me. How can Serena even be in the same room with him after that? God, I hate him. Fucking Dumbledore, fuck his old wise ass. That wheelchair guy Isaac from Sex Education series, Netflix. Dolores Umbridge. I don't even have to think twice before providing this answer. There isn't a close second on my list. I mean, I really fucking hate that cunt. Rachel Berry from Glee. I could just go on and on about how much I dislike Rachel. Whenever I really dislike a character in another show, I say that they are the Rachel Berry of that show. She is the template of hated/disliked characters for me. The fact that she's a good singer makes me angry because she's good but not good enough to justify her behavior. Whenever I think she has grown as a person, she does the most selfish shit to snap me out of thinking that she could ever be a decent person. I hate that William Schuster always gave her all the solos she wanted. It enabled her spoiled behavior and took chances from students that were better or on par with her or that just deserved a chance to shine. Since I'm 17 and started watching Glee when I was in elementary school, I've hated Rachel Berry for half if not most of my life. Edit, she's also the only character that I can't separate the actor from. I can't watch anything that Lea Michele is in. Professor Umbridge. Reading Order of the Phoenix again makes me angry. That scrawny grandma from Fruits Basket, she's a maid for the Somers and she's a grumpy bitch and always ruins everything and is always saying some random BS. No, you can't do that, it's our guy SNT the TRDT you ain't no cop, fuck the tradition. Iris West in The Flash. She's just a bad character all around, and she expects too much from her superhero husband. Penny's agent in bold. Let's put a pin in it. No. I want to shove an infinite number of pins in him. I hate his voice. He tore away a family from their dog. The worthless, selfish B-TCH. F-Penny's manager. I hate fucking Montan. Me every time I try to get back into Siege. Penman from Digimon. The thing was supposed to be the last evolution line, yet the design is pretty underwhelming compared to its previous evolution line. It made me really salty. Walter Peck. End of story. Muzan from Demon Slayer. For all of the scummy shit he's done in the series, I wish that it ended with him getting his shit rocked by every character in the series, demons and all. Nikolai from Resident Evil 3 is a bitch. Fuck Ted Faro. Sakura Haruno from Naruto, easily the most useless and frustrating character ever written. Ichigo from Darling in the Franxx. Fuck that bitch. The Emperor Caligula from Rick Riordan's Trials of Apollo, he killed one of my fav characters. Carl from The Walking Dead and Archie from Riverdale, to name a few. Umbridge. Emma from Once Upon a Time. I don't fully hate her, but since the first season, a lot of her actions really rubbed me the wrong way. He was only introduced 2 chapters ago, but the twins dad from Jujutsu Kaisen. I think his name is Ogi. I thought Naaya was bad, But Ogie makes Endeavor from MHA almost look like a good parent. Pre-character development. Rachel from Tower of God. Micah from Red Dead. Cersei Lannister.
With